I forgot to say at the start of this video, so I'm just filming it now, the fan is on, which is what you can hear, a big whirring noise, and that's why I look so like sweaty and a bit bedraggled. It is very warm at the moment, very warm. Not that I'm complaining, but it's warm, very warm. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a little life update because, as most of you know, I moved to Kent about 2 months ago. I moved from Birmingham to Kent. There is a link in the description of my moving vlog if you haven't seen it yet. And I thought I would just let you know how I'm getting on. First of all, homesickness has been okay, a lot better than I expected it to be. So this last month has been a little bit harder because the first month I was down in Birmingham a lot anyway. There was a few events and it was my birthday and stuff, so I did go back to Birmingham a few times. And this month has been harder because I haven't been back to Birmingham. I went back last weekend for a camp, a Cub Scout camp. So even then I didn't spend a lot of time with my family. So homesickness has started to play a little bit harder now. I think it's just a case of like I'm not in that same comfort zone anymore, and the people that I now consider my friends aren't the same friends I would see regularly in Birmingham. But it's not something, it's not affecting me too much, and I am trying to like push through it and just think, you know what, like it's not the same, but it's not as if I'm not seeing my friends in Birmingham, and it's not as if I'm not enjoying the things that I'm doing up here. So I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can. And as I said, it does still make, I do still feel homesick, but it's not stopping me and it's not making me want to go home and stop what I'm doing here. The second thing is, have I ever regretted it? No. There has not been one point so far which I felt like I've made the wrong decision. I am enjoying living up here, I'm enjoying my job, I'm enjoying living with Charlie. I feel like it's the right decision for me, and I feel like it has been a good decision. And there's quite a few moments that I get where I sit there and I just think how mad these past 2 months have been and how much of a big change it has been, but in a positive way, in the fact that like I'm glad I did it and I'm really proud of myself for doing it as well. So yeah, there's not been a moment at the moment that I have regretted making that decision, and I love living in Kent so much. Even just like the aspect of living in Kent compared to Birmingham, I was just getting so sick and tired of Birmingham, just being in a big city, and now I'm in a more rural area, I'm not that far from the beach, and it just, everything just feels a lot calmer, and yeah, I really like it. Third thing is my job. I am enjoying my job. It's a little bit slow paced at the beginning, at the moment, because it's the beginning, so you know it's going to be a little bit slow paced. I'm still learning, I'm still building things up, and my apprenticeship side hasn't really started yet. I'm having a bit of trouble with that, but that's the only thing that I'm having trouble with. I am really enjoying it, and what goes with, you know, regretting, I don't regret making the move for the job. I don't regret taking this job and quitting my other job. Most of you know I worked in McDonald's as my other job, and whilst it was a great job and it was fine, I was getting to the point where I really did want to do something that was about, you know, my interests and the things that I wanted to achieve. And I know that my lifelong goals, they're not right around the corner, and they're going to be hard to achieve because long term I think I would like to go more into journalism, and that is a really hard industry to get into. So making YouTube videos and carrying on with my job, I'm just building up those little things and those little steps that will get me there. But I know it's not going to happen in the next year, but it might happen in the next 5. So coming away from literally almost doing nothing other than YouTube and being in McDonald's to having two kind of support, I don't think that's the right word, but having two things that go towards making a career in journalism and doing a job that actually works towards that, it makes me feel like I am achieving or closer to achieving my dreams. The fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is, I feel like I'm doing a little countdown, I didn't plan this, it's just kind of happened, is living with Charlie. A lot of people, I think, put a lot of pressure on the idea of living with each other, and obviously me and Charlie are still very early on in our relationship. We haven't even hit the year point yet, and I know that that is very dramatic for two 19-year-olds, and you know, within a year we're living together, and it's not even as if we're living in our own home, we're living with his parents. And yeah, it is a big step, and it is mad, especially considering we were long distance for so long, and like we didn't see each other for 2 weeks. We would only see each other, you know, for 2 days every 2 weeks. But it has been absolutely fine. Like, I honestly have nothing to say negative about it. It hasn't even felt weird or different. It feels normal, like it feels natural, which I think is a good sign. And I think moving in with the person that you love or in a relationship with, it is that kind of making or breaking point, because yeah, you could get completely sick of each other, and you can realise that you don't work together, particularly like seeing each other every day. For me and Charlie, it hasn't been that way. It's been a case of, well, we're just getting on with it, and it feels fine. And like, you know, I'm sure we wind each other up in different ways, but that's just normal anyway. When you're living with someone every single day, they annoy you. Like, that's just normal. There's going to be little things that annoy you, but I can't think of any like come into my head, and nothing that would cause an argument or make me not want to live with him. So yeah, it's been a big change, and like, yeah, it's a massive step, but it's honestly been absolutely fine, and literally like it's just fine. I feel like I need a 5th point just to make it up to 5, but I can't think of what else I need to talk about. My first one was homesickness. I really wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about obviously how my job was going, but I can't think of the 5th one. I feel like I need a 5th one. I think the 5th thing, just to round it up, just to give it a nice solid number, has to be my favourite thing about moving down here, which I think it's just been the lifestyle change that I needed to make. As much as I loved the stuff that I got to do in Birmingham and the people I got to spend time with, and you know, I was part of a musical theatre group, and I danced, and I was part of a scout group, and I was part of my local church, and I just got to do loads of things with them that I did love and I did feel deeply connected to. It got to a point, even when I was living there, that the idea of moving away and leaving all of that didn't really faze me that much. I was just kind of like, if it happens, it happens. And I think that made me realise that it's what I needed to do, because as much as I loved those things, I didn't mind the idea of having to move on from them, and I knew it was going to happen at some point. And I think what didn't help is that I just felt so stuck in my job, and I really wasn't enjoying my job, and it just made me feel like I needed that change, and I needed to just get out and do something different and be somewhere else. And after moving and after making that change, it doesn't feel any different. I actually feel like it has made a difference, and I do feel a lot more relaxed, and I do feel happier, and I do feel calmer, having changed my job, having completely changed where I'm living, and just having a completely different lifestyle. And I think that's a massive relief to me, because obviously it was a big thing to do and a big step to take, and if it didn't feel like that, if I still felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, or like I wasn't happy where I was, it was going to make me feel like, well, I've wasted a lot and I've lost a lot for nothing. But I feel like it's all been worth it at the end of the day, which is obviously so important. And the other thing is, this time last year, a lot of people won't know this, I was actually going through therapy for anxiety and low moods, and I went through a period of time where I honestly could not remember what being happy felt like. And I know that sounds dramatic, and I heard so many people saying it, like I saw people saying it online, and like it was obviously everyone started talking about mental health and trying to raise awareness of mental health issues, and people saying that they can't remember what happiness felt like. I was just like, I don't understand how you can be laughing with your friends but not remember how to feel happy. And then I experienced it for myself. As much as I was enjoying myself and I was genuinely enjoying myself when I was around other people, I still didn't feel happy. I just felt flat. And the comparison from that last year to now, I feel so happy, so content, so genuinely relaxed and just calm. I think it's just mad to know that, you know, there was happiness. There was a point that, you know, it was a low point and I was just going to have to get through it, and I did. And yeah, it's just mad to think back on that year and how I felt this time last year to how I feel now. And I think it just makes me think, you know what, I did it, and I didn't think I could. I didn't think moving to Kent and moving away from home would be anything that I would achieve easily. I thought it was going to be ridiculously hard for me, and it hasn't been. It's been great, and I'm loving every minute of it. So yeah, overall I am happy. I am happy I made the move. Everything is working out well so far, touch wood. And yeah, if you want to see my moving vlog, it's linked below. There's a couple of other vlogs on my channel which obviously you can just click on if you subscribe. You can see more of my adventures as I've moved down. We've been to the beach, we've been to see Wicked, I've been to London a couple of times. So there's loads of different things that I have been getting involved with having moved down to London, well, Kent. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to Spain. This time next week I will be in Spain, which is very exciting. In fact, this goes up next week, so literally a day after this goes up I fly out to Spain. Well, me and Charlie's family fly out to Spain, so there's going to be videos coming from there, so make sure you subscribe for that. I feel like I am waffling on with this ending, so click like, subscribe, leave a comment, see you later, and I've already said bye, so bye.